Hey guys, welcome back to my second HTML tutorial. In this tutorial I will be going over how to make a list, an unordered list, an ordered list, and I will also be going over how to create a hyperlink. That's just a link that you would click on to go to any web page. I will also be going over how to create an iframe, and if we have time I will also teach you how to create a span and what they're useful for. Now, disclaimer up front, a span is going to use some CSS code. There's really no way around it, but in modern HTML you're going to have to use spans, and that's just the way it is. So let's go. Let's do a couple things. I'm going to go over a couple other basic tags just to give you an idea of what you can accomplish with HTML. So first off, this is how the page looks. I took out all the other code. I took out the image link, took out the body stuff, so I left the table because the table keeps things organized for us. So I changed that column of the table to say welcome. Now, having it all to the left is kind of awkward, so I'm going to teach you how to center that. So you can use the align tag, similar to the V align we did earlier, and just set it equal to center. And when you do that, it centers it right up for you. I also changed the width of my table to 100%. That makes it 100% of the web page. And what's nice about that is it'll dynamically change in Chrome. So, as I said, tables aren't the best thing to use. We'd probably use divs, but that's for a more advanced tutorial. This again is a basic tutorial. So let's go ahead and change some things here. And I'm going to show you some other stuff you can do as well, but first thing I'm going to do is, let's just go to this box right here and we're going to create a list. So you can use the li tag to make a list item, and we want to close that off. Now let's go ahead and put this. We're only going to do two because I have a point I want to make. List. So what that'll do is create a list of two items. Now this is not a good way to code this though. You usually want to declare what type of list you have. So in this case we're going to make it an unordered list, and we're nesting all this list information inside this unordered list tag. And what that'll do is essentially the same thing it has here, except as you can see it moved it a little bit, but it also keeps it organized in an unordered list so that if we have more lists, we can handle things. You can have list upon list. And for a ordered list, which is a numbered list, you just want to change that UL tag to an OL tag. And there you have, see, as you see, this is 1, 2. I also want to show you how to make a hyperlink. So we're going to do that, and it uses the code A and then a closed A. That is for a link. Now if I put link in here, nothing's going to happen. You need a reference. So it will show the text, but it won't do anything. So you need a href is for your hypertext reference, and let's say we want to go to http reddit.com. Now our link should show up as an active link. There you go. And when you click on that, it takes you right to reddit.com. But as you can see, when we click it, it does it in the current window. So we lose this window by doing that. So we could set the target to a new window by doing the target tag. And let's make it blank. And this needs to be inside of your main A tag. So let's go ahead and save it, refresh it, run it again, and boom. Now we get it in a new tab so we don't lose our place. So I like to use the target equals blank, and I will also show you a way to use your targeting later. But let's move on to the next box. So we're going to drop down here, and we're going to go to the first box. Hi, let's make sure we're in the right place. We definitely are. Good to go. And I'm going to show you an iframe. And we use source just like we would in an image tag, and let's make that http reddit.com. Close it, and then now what this is going to do is very interesting. Keep an eye out here. That makes a window with Reddit in it. Inside our page we have Reddit now, which is kind of nice. Now you can set attributes on this to make it wider, smaller, so you could say iframe width equals, let's see what happens if we put it at 100%. It's probably going to blow off the page, but why not? There you go. So it takes up the full extent of this table row here, so that's very nice. And then we've got it set up. It's a way you can have multiple things in one place. I use this a lot at work to keep different things going inside my browser so that I don't have to be constantly switching windows, especially when I just need a quick piece of information. So that is an iframe. Now I've already showed you the image link. We got rid of that because I really don't want to go too far into it. And let's go here and we'll do a span. So this is a span, right? Well, we're going to code out span, and I'll show you why. Now if I just write the word span in here, just using the word span as an example, it says this is a span. Span doesn't do anything, it just kind of fits in. The code all flows, it's no change at all. But this is where that one little bit of CS is going to come in. We're going to use style equals, and then color, and then red, and then we're going to close that off. Now let's see, there you go, now our span is red. So it's a way of changing just that one particular item without having to change all of this to red. So because we could set the text in here to all red, but that's an older HTML styling to do that, and it's not very popular anymore, so we're going to try to avoid it. So we will use style and color, the first CSS that I'm going to teach you because of necessity anytime we have to do that. Now for the beginner tutorials I will keep the CSS all in line because then we're still staying in HTML. I won't teach you how to create a head tag and put CSS in there. That will come in the advanced tutorials, but for now, for the CSS, it will all be in line to cater to beginners. So anytime you're using CSS, it's going to be style, and then you see it's coded a little bit differently. It's got that colon. It's not a semicolon, it's a colon. So we'll do color red and then span. So now we've got that, and we're going to move over to this box so I can show you something different. And this isn't used very much anymore, but it can come in super handy. It's called the pre tag, and I will show you exactly what it does. So close our code off like always. Now you can keep the things in line like this. You can drop them down. You can tab out things to kind of keep things more organized. The more advanced text editors like Notepad++ will do that for you, so you always got options. But let me show you what pre does real quick. This is how pre formats text. And as you can see, because I hit enter here, it drops it down without having to use a break. It's all pre-formatted, so it's coming out exactly as it is here. So the pre stands for pre-formatted. So however you put it there, like say I put a little tab indentation here. Next time I open this up, it's tabbed. So it's very nice. Now normally I would put this code like this. It makes it a little bit easier to follow. So there you have that. Now we still have 3 boxes that we got to fill up, so let's move on and do some more coding. I'm going to show you a simple tag. It's I, and all it does is italicize a word, and I'll show you how. This is a, let's put it in here, word. And as you can see, it's italicized. So we can do the same thing with the bold tag, and that is simply a B. And now this is a word too, but it's bold. Now, this is a comment, by the way, is exclamation point, 2 dashes, and then closing it out. Whatever's inside this tag from here to here will be commented out, and the browser won't interpret it. That's why you don't see the image. If I took that out, you would see the image of that apple still from the last tutorial. So it's just something to keep in mind. I did that so I can keep that link in case I need to demonstrate an image later. It's always available to me. Now, I'm also going to show you what's called the HR tag, and it's a special kind of break. So let's say this is a, and then we throw the HR tag in, and you can use it the same as a break with the /, and we'll say break, but it's going to show up a little bit different. Oh, maybe you can't use it with the /, maybe I was wrong. There you go. Can't use it with the /, note to self. So it's going to create a lined break, so it creates a line item. So that's another way of doing a break. Hope you guys have learned a lot from this one. I will be going over a few more, but this is just some basic formatting. Our pages are starting to look a little bit more like a real page. We're going to get into divs, a little bit more into spans next tutorial. And if you guys want to see anything, put it in the comments. I'll try and integrate it in the next one. Also, a little shout out to my buddy John. I have been saving everything in my project folder. The last tutorial I had it spelled incorrectly. I just typed in too fast. He caught me on that. So thanks to John for making sure I don't look like an idiot with my spelling. And that's going to be it for today, guys. As always, like, comment, and subscribe.